An unattractive man stared intently at the girl's long legs. Feeling uncomfortable, she got off the bus before her stop. She was a ballet dancer. Today was another grueling day of rehearsal. To earn a spot in the performance, she pushed herself to the limit every single day. Her coach stood behind her, pretending to correct her posture. But his hands wandered where they shouldn't. The girl didn't resist. Neither did anyone else seem surprised. That night, her beloved cat climbed a tree and wouldn't come down. She stood beneath it, crying, until a pair of hands gently lifted the cat down. But in the process, the man lost his footing and fell. The girl hurriedly took him home to tend to his wounds. To her surprise, it was the same man from the bus. Yet, as she bandaged him up, he stole another glance at her legs. This time, she caught him, but instead of reacting, he simply sipped his coffee and even had the audacity to criticize the sugar she used. For a moment, they locked eyes. Then, as if making a silent decision, the man stood up, in the corner of the room. A nearly forgotten wall of medals bore witness to his past glory. Now, he was stepping into the ring again, for the most serious fight of his life, because winning this fight meant he could buy her things. He suspected she was so thin, because she had never eaten good sugar before. When the girl saw the bag of sugar left at her doorstep, she knew exactly who had sent it. From that day on, their feelings for each other deepened. After her performance one evening, she stepped outside to find two cars waiting. One belonged to her coach, a gateway to the high society she dreamed of. The other belonged to the man, a harsh reminder of reality. Her heart screamed for her to run, but she clenched her jaw and stepped into her coach's car. She chose her dream. To keep her role, she sacrificed her dignity, but in the end, she couldn't take it anymore. She clenched her trembling fingers into a fist and swung with all her might. Her coach staggered back. Then, without a second thought, she ran. She ran past the theater, past her broken dreams, all the way to the boxing gym. Inside the ring, at his ugliest moment, she saw him, and yet she didn't turn away. Instead, she closed her eyes, placed her hands gently on his boxing gloves, and stood by his side. His opponent hesitated, because at that moment he understood. The man beneath him wasn't fighting alone. In the final scene, inside a quiet little cabin, a woman danced absently to the rhythm of a song as she prepared dinner. She and the man had finally found their way to each other. They did not give up their love, but protected it in another way.